Last question is, are you ready? You get the question.
I'm always ready for some things, but I don't know.
Are you prepared? That's another form of a question. Maybe you can help me in finding out what is the right way to phrase these questions.
No, it's not a matter of how you phrase it. It's a
you
matter
can-
of I said that
Yeah, this is a let me
I
explain
think
this
it's.
one.
I think there's. I feel like I'm prepared for right now.
No, I understand.
So, yeah, I'm
but
ready.
the question is actually it's a little bit deeper question. It's a serious question. The meaning of the question is that, say, if our life is coming to an end, maybe today, maybe this very moment, and how do we take that situation? Because life is finite, we know that. Life is fragile. We are not going to live forever. At least that is the current reality.
I had an experience once
Okay.
where I wasn't in a plane, but it was like being in an airplane that was suddenly going down, and you thought, I'm going to be dead in 10 minutes, there's no way out. It's true.
Okay, yeah. Everyone gets through this experience, but yeah.
And I had that experience, which fortunately turned out, or not fortunately, turned out to be wrong. But there was a point where I really thought death was imminent, and there was no way out. And it was interesting what I did. And I was very shocked when I realized later that what I did was just totally accept it. And I was really surprised because I didn't realize how much peace I actually had. And this was really maybe 15 years ago. And by then I believed in reincarnation. I believed in a lot of different things. And I wouldn't say I had total peace in the sense that, I had more things to do, whatever. But I was totally shocked. And like the next day it was like, oh my God, I mean, really, I was okay with that. And to realize that, I'm not saying, it's strange. I hate to say I'm not afraid of dying because part of it, I think, is that there's a lot of ways to die. And I'm not saying I'm not afraid, but it was really a shock to me to discover that I think death itself, having my life end, really doesn't hold that much fear for me anymore. I mean, maybe, I feel silly saying that, but I was really, when it actually happened to me, I was very shocked when I realized later how I had responded. I just was okay. I was like, okay, I just sat down, and the only thing I really did was a few seconds of, can I prevent this? But there was no way. And I sat down.
It was only a few minutes, and probably you were in a plane, so you could not do even much.
I wasn't in a plane, but it was like that experience where I actually believe.
If you see that is a reality again, we probably choose to ignore it, and we see that we have a lot of time.
I didn't think I had a lot of time. I was like, all I could do was to say to myself, any minute you're going to be thrust out of your body, and you're dead, and know you're dead. It was like, preparing myself for that.
If you know that probably you have 3 years, then you live very differently what you are living now. Because we probably here assume that life expectancy is 100 years, and we are going to have like maybe 40 more years. So, but this is a reality.
Okay.
And if we have more time, we take things more casually. We are not serious or very real stuff, and we postpone it. There is a lot of time in hand. And even if there is a lot of time in hand, but still that time gets wasted so easily.
Oh yeah.
So I think this realization, first of all, there are a couple of sub-questions, as every main question has sub-questions.
Okay.
And here, I
you
think
can't
the answer,
accept the fact that I'm saying I'm ready.
No. That is true. That is the answer is. But still, the question itself is not about answering question rightly or not. It's about really understanding the life in a light which probably should be understood in my way, or there is at least a meaning to see from this point of view also. There are multiple point of view, and every point of view has different value to add. So here the point of view is that if this thing happens maybe right away, like, do we have regrets? Are we able to accomplish what we wanted in our life? And if not, which could be a possibility, are we living it? Are we doing it? If not, then something is wrong. Right?
Yeah.
If you're just postponing it, that maybe I will do it after retirement, or after I'm rich or when I will have more time, and we're not doing anything right now. And maybe, it's probably not a good way.
I know what you're saying, and it's a very common thing.
Yeah, yeah. So these 5 questions are sort of a test of life. And if we get obviously yes, yes, yes on everything, we score like 5 out of 5, which means our life is really, really fully successful, balanced, happy, meaningful. We accomplish at least what we scoped out that we are capable of accomplishing. But if the answers are no, then these are the areas to work on. And there again, we don't work on to just make them yes, because you're not getting any SAT score, you're not getting admitted into any school, right? You're not getting any award by answering them. But you really need to answer it for yourself, and if it takes, some questions take you a couple of years to do, you better start it now. It might change your life altogether. The way you live, maybe now that the moment you wake up, maybe if you take this life test, your whole day could be changed, right? You can live that day differently.
That's true.
Our life is the moment we wake up till the time we sleep, right? Those are the time we call our life is. So what to do with it? And we have choices right from moment one, right?
Yeah. Yes. I think I've approached this from a different angle. You want to hear?
Yeah, sure.
I really believe that the universe is incredibly efficient, and there's no waste. And when you actually have been able to look at your life clearly, or other people's lives, you can see this, how efficient things really are. And so what I actually believe is that, if I have 2 days to live, then I have 2 days worth of tasks to do. Or if I have 20 years to live, I have 20 years worth of tasks to do. So to me, it's kind of like always in balance. I mean, you may at moments kind of lose yourself and whatever, but I'm really, it's strange. It's like, one of the things that happened to me kind of spiritually, I don't know how long, maybe 15 years ago, 20 years ago now, was this realization that the way I was supposed to live was, and this sounds a little bit strange, but it's sort of like expending everything. I mean, I think one of the experiences I had when I was a child, I remember I was like 11 years old. My mother came into my room one time and she said, "What are you doing?" And I was doing some kind of project for school or after school, making something, which I always did. And this one time my mother got mad and started lecturing me and talking to me about this, which was very unusual for my mother, because what she was saying to me was, "You're wasting your time, you're not getting any recognition for this, any money, anything. You're wasting your time, you're wasting your effort, you're exhausting yourself, you shouldn't be doing this." This was very strange for my mother. She didn't care if I wasted my time and energy on some useless project. But she just went on this one day, and as she was talking, I had this vision, this physical vision of, because she kept saying, "You're supposed to save it, you're supposed to, save your energy for other things and for things that are meaningful." And I had this vision of being a very old woman who was going to die in like 10 minutes. And had saved it. I had listened to her and I had saved all this stuff. And here I was going to die and it was all saved. I hadn't used it. It was like a person if you had a lot of money but you didn't spend it.
Yeah, exactly.
And so I was so shocked by this vision that I said to myself, I don't want to be like that. And I wasn't like that. I was very much already kind of expending. I mean, I tried to do things 100%. But it was like, I realized, hey, life is to be lived. The resources that we have to use them. And I feel that way about, I'm just thinking about this morning, with money, with time, with energy, maybe you could even say with love, but with everything that we have. So it's really a matter of, I'm always, at least my goal is to be always kind of pushing it to the edge, always, expending everything that I have. And I've done that. I mean, I've lived in kind of a strange way for a long time with no safety net, this kind of stuff.